Give a big Bay Area welcome to our friend, John Cena.
Somebody else is going to get out of the way. John Sabor just spoke about memories. WrestleMania does just that. It creates memories that last a lifetime. He spoke about last year in New York, John Cena versus The Rock, which almost a year ago was just voted last night as the WWE's match of the year. Not by my peers, but by the WWE Universe themselves. A memory that is so vivid, so unbelievably overwhelming that it lasts a year. And a year later, the WWE Universe itself steps forward and says, that was my favorite moment of the year. That moment that happened at WrestleMania. Orlando, Miami, New York, soon to be New Orleans. And I'm very excited to say the Silicon Valley. We'll find out what that experience is. WWE is an entertainment field of dreams. Because when you build it, they will come. And I know some of you probably aren't familiar with WWE. But what I truly find fascinating is that the outside world may know Silicon Valley for its forward thinking and its advances in technology. But being lucky enough to spend some time just down the road in wine country, this area has so much more to offer. And for those of you unfamiliar with WrestleMania, WrestleMania 31 will be an unbelievable entertainment treat for the local community in the Bay Area. But the impact that WrestleMania will have on Silicon Valley, and the impact that Silicon Valley will have on the world. WrestleMania brings people from all 50 states, from 30 countries, to come and see the beautiful area that Silicon Valley is. It will be one hell of an event, and I truly thank you for being able to call WrestleMania 31 home. Thank you very much for this. It's a major announcement for all of us.
Howdy. How's it going? All right, fire away. Brian, nice to meet you. WWE has done this now for, it's going to be 30 years. They truly have perfected the art of showmanship in any event, but especially it's known for that one event that the WWE truly goes above and beyond to give those familiar with the product and those not familiar with the product a wonderful experience.
For someone that's never been to a WrestleMania, what can they expect? You kind of enlightened us a little bit.
The only way to describe that is the unexpected, because if you've never been to a WrestleMania, chances are you might not have ever been to a WWE event. I like to try to describe WWE to those who've never even walked in the door or seen WWE on television. It truly is unexpected excitement, unexpected entertainment. It's the suspense of a ninth inning home run. It's the tension of a fourth quarter drive for the Super Bowl, all rolled into every single moment with the grandeur of a giant rock concert mixed in. It truly is just a night where we invite our audience, we call them the WWE Universe, to just come in and enjoy. They can act how they want. They're very loud, they're very vocal, so expect an unbelievable element not only in the ring, but in the environment of the stadium as well. Try to be the most social and interactive program on television. We encourage our fans to use this to tell us what they want to see on the show, and they do, quite loudly. So it's going to be amazing to see what they involve technology-wise in the new stadium to create that experience for our fans that are already kind of up to par with that technology.
Is there a spot in for you personally that a favorite Bay Area wrestling memory that you have?
Believe it or not, it was early on in my career. I had the fortunate ability to work with Cena in the Cow Palace. And the Cow Palace is famous for a wrestling tradition, but it's also kind of where the Samoan movement got started. So to be able to have a match like that, in a ring like that, is pretty special.
John, what can WrestleMania do to the city's economy?
That's statistically, it's been proven. It will help the city's economy. It will help everything along the Bay Area. I didn't want to crush everybody with numbers in there, but that was my point. Like, WWE sends people from all over the world to WrestleMania. This place is a wonderful area. It's not just microchips and speed. It's got so much culture, wonderful food, and a bunch of fun. I tend to love wine, so I truly love this area. I think it's just second to none, and I think the world will be able to see that. And you have to measure that, not only what the event will do, but let's say we get people from those 50 states, from those 30 countries, that come here and enjoy the event. Oh, we had a great time at that restaurant, and they plan their next vacation back here in the Silicon Valley. So you can't really, you can statistically measure the week and what WrestleMania does, and those numbers are staggering. In the past 6 years, we've provided $400 million plus to the cities that have hosted us. But when a beautiful place like this comes around, you really can never measure it. Hope it will help. You mean, the kind of the key to the city, which is handed to me a silver platter. Wish I could have this device back then, so I could just document the struggle. It was difficult, and I think that's why I enjoy the way things are now so much, because I appreciate what I have and what I've been able to earn. But we make memories every day. We had a wonderful night last night. I thought Raw went off the air in a very decent, spur of the moment, unexpected, sort of unbelievable way. So I have memories of achievement early on, but look forward to the memories in the future.
When we were speaking last night, I mean, how much, as far as like, was that a lot more thinking on your feet than usual? Because that was different.
No, it wasn't, because I always usually think on my feet.
Well, I know that.
But just that's a moment where, and I think someone who doesn't know what WrestleMania or what WWE is all about, that's a moment that describes us perfectly. When the audience, the in-arena environment is so influential that you just have to think on your feet and you expect the unexpected. So it was wonderful.
Do you expect to be cheered or booed when you're here at WrestleMania?
I expect it to be.
I'm curious to know. You seem to have a love-hate relationship with the fans.
He
It
just
seems
talked
like
to me.
it seems like 50% love you, and
Yeah.
50%. What do you think that stems from? Because usually, when you're a wrestler, you're either loved
Yes.
or you're hated. There's no in
That's
between. But
actually,
with you,
it's a great question.
it
I
seems
think it's
like-
because I mean, this is my 11th year in the WWE. I've been around for quite some time, and I've made it a point to try to be at the top of my game for that whole existence. I use the New York Yankees as the template. If you're a Yankees fan, you'll always be a Yankees fan. But if you're not, you shake your fist that they've won, 27 world championships, 56 league championships, whatever it is. I hate the Yankees. But they still strive for that perfection, and they're still going to play ball. It's one of those deals, San Francisco 49ers went through it when they had the dynasty in the 80s and 90s. Everybody, if you weren't a Niners fan, you hated the Niners. So I compare it to that. It's not going to discourage me not to do my job, because I love where I work and I love what I do. And I think in our business, traditionally, when people get negative reinforcement, they scowl at the fans. I was a fan. I was buying tickets. I was going to these shows. I knew I cheered for guys maybe that weren't supposed to be good guys and booed for guys that were supposed to be good guys. Like, you're supposed to be able to do what you want. So for me to go out there and say, you as a fan, you got to do this for me or I'm leaving. You paid money to see me. You should be able to do what you want, right?
but does it sometimes play with your psyche? I mean, depend on some of the venues.
No, I think it makes for wonderful moments. I've walked into arenas thinking that one thing is going to happen, vis-a-vis last night, and completely different. It actually it makes for moments that are wonderful in WWE.
And on,
Guys,
a,
last
on, a,
question.
on a personal note,
Sure.
I have a friend whose daughter her name is Alina, and she's currently getting bullied at school.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can tell her in particular, like, I don't know, just give her some words of, I don't know, encouragement or something to you know?
The Be a Star program teaches, obviously, let people know if something like that happens. Don't be afraid to tell somebody. But speaking from my 13-year-old self, who was bullied as a kid for the way I dressed, the way I looked, just be proud of who you are. Don't be afraid to be who you are. And that's the most important.
Well, thank you very much.
Guys, thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Good to see you, man.